Welcome back to Character Select. It is me once again, Tyler. Once again with
Malhavoc. What's up?
And we are playing Sorcery 2 once again. Last time you were about to crawl in through a foxhole leading into the necropolis. So let's do that now. Pull yourself up from the ground into the graveyard.
Huzzah! Well, sort of huzzah.
Huzzah! We're in the graveyard. You are standing in the grounds of the necropolis, a city within the city, occupied by the headstones and mausoleums of the dead. Somewhere between the yews and cedars, you can make out the wide road that loops through the graveyard before turning uphill as it heads for the far gate. The wind whistles between the tall trees, and the sun is setting behind the wall.
Now,
what would you like to do?
We know from the clues that there's one, possibly two people that we need to collect clues from here in the graveyard.
So we have Lord Shinva is dead and buried.
And then
in
we
the
have
necropolis. And Molas, I wouldn't say he's in the graveyard.
Yeah,
because it says he's tormenting the citizens.
Yeah. Let's see here. The 7th Noble Theta, Lord Lorag is a scholar.
Yep.
What is half of Theta's spell line again?
By Korga's grace and someone's pride.
And I know he had said that to start with the left. I believe that was one of Theta's last bits of advice to us. Start with the left eye.
The god Korga may be able to help your search. His ritual involves his 3 eyes, the left eye, right eye, and the third eye in their forehead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, so we're going to try to look for, I guess, Lord Shinva then.
Okay.
So we've got our magic compass we got from the gnome.
Yep.
We're not going to stick to the path because that probably just takes us immediately out of here. And if we don't have all the spell lines, we can't open the door. Which, like I believe I said in our last recording, makes me greatly regret that I didn't stick around in the actual city longer. Because that's going to be a pain in the ass to open the door without knowing how to open it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get there.
Anyway, let us either... I guess well, yeah, we gotta look around on the gravestones regardless, so yeah.
Okay. You step nervously off the path and walk between the nearest tombs. Some are ancient, headstones tilted at crazy angles, and some of them have fallen face down. So the citizens of this graveyard have been drinking since they died. Others are fresh, neatly carved and clean of all moss and weeds. They sparkle in the moonlight, as though cleaned by maids and waiting for their occupants to arrive.
That's not unsettling at all. So let us explore the newer tombs then.
Okay. There are several tombs here. There must have been a recent plague on the rich in the city. They are scattered around in roughly alphabetical groups.
Alright, so we're looking for
Shinva,
so QRS. Yeah, so Oxel to Tamarin.
You look from one headstone to the other. A few catch your eye, though you cannot immediately say why. We have Praya, Riff, Shinva, or the Compass.
Well,
so I assumed we'd like to go to Shinva.
Shinva's.
You approach Shinva's mausoleum. Carved above its door is here rests Lord Shinva, 5th Noble of Kare. And we have updated that clue.
Now, I'm wondering if the order or the number associated with the nobles has anything to do with the order in which the spell line is spoken.
Don't know.
Because I would assume 5th would come before the 7th Noble, Theta.
You would imagine so, but Theta's line appeared 2nd in that poem, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
So we have
Scratch
Theta's spell line by Korga's grace and someone's pride, and then
Korga's
Grace is the first line.
One lock deep inside, I bid you.
Mm-hmm. Alright, anyway. The door to Shinva's mausoleum seems to be unlocked, and is a crack ajar, as though someone regularly came and went. Just in front of it is a ring of little mushrooms growing up against the front step of the mausoleum.
That's a fairy circle, isn't it?
It's a ring of little mushrooms.
Look at the ring.
You crouch down to look at the mushrooms. They look highly poisonous, not least because you cannot see a single insect crawling around or under any of them. Unusually, the ring itself is also perfectly circular in shape. In its center, something silver glints, a stake pushed into the soft soil.
When there's nothing alive, that's kind of a hint that it's not exactly a good thing. I've only got 2 stamina.
Yep.
So if I screw this up, I'm probably gonna die.
So we do have the ape who might be able to help us. And we also have 5 doses of blimberry juice.
Since we're at the necropolis and the door is just up the hill there,
Mm-hmm.
let's go ahead and drink one of the doses of blimberry juice.
Alright. We are up to 5 stamina.
Alright. Cast a spell?
Alright. Spells we have are Sus for 1 stamina, Big for 1 stamina, Tell for wearing our skull cap,
Ouch.
How for 1 stamina, and Mag for 1.
Let us do protection from magic.
Protection from magic it is. You cast the spell, covering yourself in a veil of magical protection.
So we will take the silver stake.
Okay. You step into the circle of mushrooms to take the stake, confident that your spell of magical protection will keep you safe. And sure enough, you feel no ill effects of any kind. Or perhaps they were just mushrooms all along. You draw the stake out of the ground. It is a short sword made, it would appear, of pure silver. It is too cold to stand still in the shadow of the wall. So now we have a lovely silver sword. It is a -3, but it is made of silver. So, we run into any werewolves or anything.
Now, in terms of equipping weaponry in this game, does it automatically...
It uses the best weapon for the best situation.
Okay, so it's not like you have to stop and
So,
inventory.
in combat, it'll use, the highest attack value, but then, in, certain situations, it'll be like, do you want to use the silver sword to stab the werewolf in the face?
Typically, the answer is yes.
Yes, that would be the answer in that situation. Anyway, we can walk away or walk into the tomb.
Let us go into the tomb.
You step into the tomb.
Alrighty.
The air inside, freezing air, because the air inside is freezing. Dust coats the floor. Urns line the walls, but there is no coffin. The floor space is empty, except for in the far corner. I'm sorry. You just reminded me of that fucking TF2 meme. It's like, this is a bucket. My God. No, wait. There is more. No.
Jesus Christ.
Except for in the far corner, where a narrow stone staircase leads down into darkness. You have 4 stamina left. Would you like to cast a spell or make your move?
And I can't see anything else other than...
Yep.
I've got 4 stamina.
Yep, stone staircase leading down into darkness. into this room that you yourself, the character, cannot see, but you, the player, know is there.
Meta knowledge. Oh no.
Oh no!
Let us go ahead and make a move then.
Okay. Skulls peer at you from the walls.
Okay, those weren't there last time. Oh, fucking hell.
Unafraid of what you might find below, you make your way towards the stairs. But you must have stepped on some kind of switch, as behind you, you hear a noise, and you turn to see the door is swinging shut.
That's not good at all.
Do you run for it, try to block it, or let it close?
Shit, I do need to get this poem bit. So I need to keep going forward, but at the same time, I really would prefer not to be locked in here.
Mm-hmm. You might be able to make it if you run for it.
Yeah, but then I would be locked outside.
Better than being locked inside.
But then I can't open the door to leave the city.
No.
Let us try to block it.
Alright.
This is probably going to hurt.
You look around for something to block the door with, but all that comes to hand is a skull. You place it into the gap in the doorway. The door slab continues to move, and the skull is pulverized into powder. Then it seals with a bang, and you are plunged into darkness, filled only with the sound of your own breathing, and one other noise, a distant rattle of chains. In the dark.
In the dark, is that what it is?
The echo of the slamming door circles the room. Things are moving across the flagstones. You can look for the stairs to go down, feel for the door to try and get out, pray for the aid from the 8, or cast a spell.
Let us pray for aid. See if we can't have him light it up.
You close your eyes and raise a fervent prayer to the ape. For a moment, you do not think it is heard. And then somewhere underground you hear a mighty crash as though a heavy weight had fallen from a fraying rope. The door judders in response. It seems the counterweight which had caused it to close has come away, so you should now be able to open the door.
Prise it open.
Getting your fingers into the crack between the door and wall, you're able to prise it open a fraction, and then a little further still until the cool air of the graveyard is flowing into the mausoleum. You gasp with relief.
And there's no... So the door is open now.
Yeah.
Let us cast a spell and see what we have available.
Probably how and sus and all that shit.
Yeah.
We got Mag. Dop. Fall. Sap. Sus. And that's it. Oh, and Foff. Oh, no. What? This F, please. Fog.
That is counterintuitive. So we do have sus?
Yes. And sun, if we had a sun jewel.
Yeah. So sus is sense danger.
Yep.
Let us go ahead and suss things.
Okay.
Kaboom.
You cast a spell, clearing your mind to allow a calm inner voice to speak. It warns you that in the lower level contains a dangerous death wraith who can only be defeated by weapons made of silver. Otherwise, the voice remarks, there is nothing for you to fear here.
A death wraith?
A death wraith.
What the fuck is a death wraith?
Nothing good, I would imagine.
No. So Lord Shinva isn't just dead, he's
dead.
A
death wraith.
He's dead and he's made angry dead. It's one thing to be dead and depressed. It's another thing if they're dead and really pissed off.
That's true. You don't want the dead to be pissed off at you.
Yeah, that kind of puts a whole nother spin on shit, doesn't it? Something
rushes
rushes
across your boots and into a crack in the stone. We have one new clue.
Shiva's a death
The use
ray.
of silver weapons can harm the undead.
Oh, well, shit, I figured that anyway.
Alright. Would you like to go down the stairs? We could drink another Blimberry juice.
I've only got the one rewind left, don't I?
Yeah. For this game, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see about that.
Let us do... shit. If I go down there and it's like... You done fucked up now!
Well, let's just redo combat over and over again, so...
Alright, let us do the... Let's do one more Blimberry. And... I wish this was more open interpretation so I could have a DM that would give me some options. We'll go down the stairs.
Would you like to get a 50-gallon drum of holy water and roll it down the stairs?
Yeah, pretty much.
You head for the stairs once more, but the light from the doorway does not go far. Halfway down, the dark is absolute once more.
Damn it. So that means that, can't see anything.
Menacing sounds echo up from the depths of the crypt. The clanking of chains, the moaning of wind. Perhaps there is some kind of machine down here. Perhaps the mechanism that operated the door. Surely, it can be nothing worse, other than that death wraith that Sus just told you about.
Yeah. Way to let us know, man.
Way to forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dingus.
Well, you gotta. This game was made a while ago. Only a little
Actually, this game wasn't made too long ago. The book was made a long time ago. The book was made in the 80s.
So, well, I imagine the book wouldn't have kept you updated either.
No. The book would be even worse.
Yeah. Was it one of those, like, what is it?
Turn to page 53.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
It is exactly one of those books.
I both loved and hated those books.
Oh, I love those books. They're so much fun.
They were, but then every time you messed up, you're like, oh shit, what page was I at?
Well, that's why these are nice, because it keeps your page for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, since I know it's a death wraith, freezing probably won't do much, and I can't.
We do have the silver sword.
Yeah, but it's pitch black too.
I mean, we can just swing around wildly in the dark.
I don't know if that's a legitimate strategy.
Let's take a look at our spells.
Yeah, what do we have?
We have nothing.
Okay.
Hot and how.
And what was
so we can cast a fireball. Huff, which creates wind, but we don't have a gale horn. We got sun, but we don't have a sun jewel.
Yeah.
And we have Foff to make a force field.
Holy shit, that costs 3 stamina though.
Yeah.
Oh, I want my stamina back, Alk. I want it back.
You need to take a rest. You need to go to sleep. But you've been up and at it for like 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting the shit kicked. I mean, we woke up in prison and haven't slept since then.
Yeah, we've had the shit kicked out of us constantly. Oh, good times.
Good times.
This is definitely different than the last game where I just yeeted grenades.
Yeeted grenades at a manticore until it died.
Can't grenade my way out of this problem.
Well, I mean, we do have the pebbles, but we can't. The stars aren't right.
We can't. What? I cast grenade at the dark. What?
You cast magic missile in the darkness. I throw grenades.
Let us see what happens if you freeze, because it may give us the option to run
away.
Well, nope. Yep, there it is.
There you go. You stop still. That's actually a good thing, because now we know where it is. You stop still. Something reaches out and touches your neck with an ice-cold grip that tightens and tightens.
stab with the silver sword.
You lash out with the silver sword and feel it connecting with your attacker, who groans and moans, but in the darkness you miss as often as you hit. While their grip on your neck is squeezing every last drop of air from your lungs, you begin to choke.
What is the point of screaming?
I guess that means you want to struggle, then.
Yeah. What a struggle.
Well, you're dead. You twist and turn about, but you only shake the last air from your lungs. Then, just as you think you'll never breathe again, a heavy blade is pushed into your heart, and you die from that instead. You've been stabbed in the dark.
In the dark.
Rip.
Stabbed in the. I like how the ending is in the dark.
I want to see if screaming would do anything, or if it's one of those things where no matter what you do, you're dead right here. Yep, you're dead. All right.
So once you're grabbed, you're dead.
Yeah.
So I guess if we're gonna go back from freeze, it would be just run. At that point.
From here?
I mean, because what?
Or fight.
Fight. Well, let's see what happens if we fight. Does it actually give us a chance to fight?
Nope,
no, it
same
just
deal.
Instantly kills you. So yeah, it just kills you again.
We just need to see. That's the problem.
So yeah, if you're in the dark, it's maybe an auto kill.
So if you run, maybe it leads it back into the light.
Yeah, try. What happens to that?
Nope, you're just dead.
You're just dead. Once it gets to you, you're dead. And I imagine
freezing kills you instantly.
So imagine if you keep going, it would probably do the same thing.
Let's see. Yep,
same thing. So it's just the dark is going to kill you. So there's nothing we can do down here.
Unless we cast a spell.
But all we have is
well, you have Fireball.
Just stand in the dark and just be like, Fireball!
Yep, we got Fireball.
Costs
3 stamina, but we can just huck a Fireball down there. We were just talking about how much we like grenades.
I want to see what happens if we do that. If
you want to do it?
I mean, since we got to rewind anyway for shits and giggles, sure. All
right.
It would be. I just want to see if it actually hits.
You create the spell. You cast a spell, creating a blazing ball of flame that, for a moment, fills the stairwell with light and reveals a ghostly shape hovering in the air just a foot in front of you. Its clawing, skeletal hands reaching out. Then the flame vanishes in the cold of the crypt. Why didn't you throw it, dumbass?
Nope, kills you anyway. So unless you have light, it just kills you. So, yeah.
Or there's one more that might help you right here.
What, how?
No. Force field.
That's right, there was force field.
Want to try that?
Yeah.
Right.
Just to at least see what happens.
Nope. You're dead again.
So, yeah, nothing.
It just reaches through the force field as if it was a ghost.
Because, it is.
All right.
Well,
the only other things we have here are how and sus.
I wonder if sus, lets you sense where it is.
Or how.
Well, find safe passage.
Nope.
Kills you
then.
You're just dead. Telling you there is no hope for you in the darkness below.
Boy, this is kind of a dick move right here, where they're like, yeah, I mean, we'll let you keep playing and rewinding, but no matter what you do, as soon as you got here without a light, you're dead.
You're not just fucked, you're turbo fucked.
All right, well, we'll try sus.
Sus it's gonna kill you.
No,
anyway.
We don't have sus. We have sun. We don't have that. So literally, there's nothing you can do here. It's just gonna kill you,
regardless of what you do. Yep.
So we have to rewind one step back, and rewind one step further back.
There it goes. So
Nope, we gotta
nope,
go back
you have
one
to
more.
so it rewinds even further.
Alright.
So that was when I had to pray for aid to get it to open because we have no light.
Yep.
Prise it open, make a move. Because then we sussed and we're like, yeah, there's a death wraith downstairs. It's like, oh, that's great.
Should we suss it again?
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
I'm tired of like unkillable death wraiths that hidey hole in the dark.
You are taking no more chances. You head quickly out of the door and back to the path. If we come back here again, remember, we need a light.
I don't think we can come back. Like, that's one of the things about this game, is that you can't... Things are stirring between you would do well not to linger here. Shit.
Yep. Would you like to linger here? Or would you like to leave?
Oh... What are, like, we've got damn no clues to open that fucking door.
I mean, maybe we can make something up. We got, like, part of it. And there's, like, this temple here. Maybe there's someone in there.
Will they help? Like, we have no money. We have no food.
I mean, we got shit tons of magical items and a sweet sword made of pure silver.
This is true.
And also 4 gambling chips.
I don't know if the...
That's worth 4 gold at the halls of Vlada.
I don't know that they'll accept that, especially not a temple.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a god of gambling. You don't know.
I'd like to pay my tithe with these gambling poker chips.
Put it all on black.
Or swindlestone chips. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So there's the old tombs, and then
older tombs, and then leave the graveyard.
It's just about nighttime.
Yep.
Oh, I know that there was... Check the clues again. Did we have any other information on other lords of Kare? Because I know there was...
We got
remembering
Theta,
what Titha...
Shinva.
Theta had said. He'd said there was
Molas.
After the first lord was killed, which wasn't Shinva, or no, after the first lord died, and I think he just died, like, of old age or something, but then at that point, everything kind of went to shit, because then one of the other lords decided to be an asshole and start doing horrible things to all the other lords.
Sounds about right.
So that's why one of them is a living corpse, one of them is a not living death wraith, and one of them...
we don't want to mess with the death wraith.
Yeah, fuck that guy. In particular.
Yeah.
It is dark, though. I guess, you know what? I would think this game would still give you an option of being able to finish it at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and just make for outside the graveyard and try to find a place to set up camp before it gets to be dark.
You got it. You return to the path gratefully and make your way to the far side of the graveyard. Inside the gate is a disused well, perhaps once used to draw water to wash the bodies before internment.
Pull up the bucket.
Pull up the bucket. You turn the winch on the side of the well, drawing up a bucket from beneath. It comes to the top filled with clear water. Is this as fresh as the water from the other fountain you tried?
Look down.
You lean over the side of the well house to peer down. It's pitch black, of course, and seems to go on forever downwards. Then for a moment, it looks as though there's something in the shaft, but a moment later it is gone, a trick of the moonlight, perhaps. Would you like a nice, refreshing drink of graveyard water, or move on?
I'd like to recover more stamina, but since we're going to try to camp, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I don't think it recovers all your stamina.
It would recover... Well, no, yeah, sleeping doesn't recover all stamina.
Right.
Shit. I guess try the bucket water.
Right.
That sounds hard. Wow, it actually worked.
You scoop a handful of water and taste it. Despite your surroundings, it is fresh and quite clear. You feel much better for it. You feel a lot better for it.
Yeah, fucking doubled.
The rear gate of the graveyard hangs from its hinges, but not from age. It seems it has been taken apart, maybe widened even, to let something through. Beyond is deep forest.
Is there a place to frickin' camp?
You walk for half an hour through thick trees along a narrowing track until you reach a fork in the road. To the left, the track gets narrower still, and to the right, a massive shadow looms, so large that it seems as though a colossus had seated itself on the wall in thought. A chill wind blows through you, as though ghosts walked back and forth this way. You can look at the shadowy shape, look down the left fork, or use your compass. Or just fucking go wherever.
And there's still no damn camping option.
Yep.
That's annoying. Check the compass.
Compass, what say you? You pull out the compass and consult the needle. It spins around twice and then points at the imposing shape. The trees whisper and move.
Let us look at the shadowy shape, which we know it's the temple, but meta-knowledge.
The shadow to the right has a jagged silhouette. It is a ziggurat, with perhaps 100 steps leading to its apex. Night is drawing in. You should get moving. Things whisper between the trees.
So you can't even camp here. It's dangerous.
Not here in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, so we'll head to the ziggurat and see if we can, I guess, stop there.
You stand at the base of the towering ziggurat built from carved stone blocks, each the size of a hay bale. The temple rises higher than the city wall and positioned to catch the first star of evening at its uppermost point, a moment which has just passed.
Bummer. I'm wondering if that would have revealed a way in.
Maybe. Or a new spell.
Yeah, it could have. But we've used the last rewind. Look for an opening, I guess?
You tilt your head back, looking for an opening, and finally make one out. Small black dot, about a third of the way up, but even that is quite some climb. For the less devoted worshippers, a small gargoyle by the steps has an open mouth, ready to accept offerings.
What offerings? Look at the gargoyle.
Gargoyle. The gargoyle is carved in the shape of a small but spiky dog, with long claws, sharp horns, and a pointy beard. Its mouth is wide open, and its tongue lolls out, with a coin-shaped slot at the back of its throat. Can't do anything with it because you don't have any coins, so would you like to climb up or make your move and leave?
Use the tokens on the dog.
The gambling chips, yes.
We'll try to climb up.
You have no, ape is still gone. Alright. You begin the climb, hauling yourself up the first step. Either the ziggurat was built for giants or ascending is an act of devotion. The next few steps are equally exhausting. You have to throw your pack up first and follow.
What spells have we got available?
We have Big, How, Zen, which lets us hover, but we don't have the jewel-studded medallion, and Sun, and also Fall.
What does Fall do?
Lets you float.
So,
But that's like more like float down rather
and
than
float
Zen,
up.
which is like lets you levitate up.
Float up, yeah. So let us do big then. That's probably the most, since these are big steps.
Big steps! You cast a spell swelling to 3 times your size, and you are now able to run up the stairs. But the scale quickly changes. It seems the builders of the pyramid created an optical illusion, and the later steps are not as high as the lower ones. The change is so gradual that you hardly notice as the spell fades. You reach a halfway point, almost high as the city wall beyond, and pause to rest. You are halfway up. Friezes of gargoyles and polished metals ring the temple on this level.
Look at the view.
You pause to take the view. From this side of the ziggurat, you see nothing but the top of the wall, and beyond, the gleaming darkness of the marshes of the backlands.
So I guess walk around the north face.
You move around to the north face. You can see the path ahead, running straight between wild and overgrown trees. It seems very few people come this way anymore. The north gate itself is now visible, however, and appears deserted. Then you notice a point of light. A torch has been lit between the trees.
I'll walk around to the south face.
You leave the north face and walk to the other side of the ziggurat to look back out across the city. Nearest to the ziggurat is the inky blackness of the graveyard and the wasteland behind it. But beyond that, you see torches outside the halls of Vlada, ships' lanterns rocking on the river, and the bustling inns of the dock front. You return to the steps of the ziggurat. The opening is still several minutes climb upwards, but it will take you just as long to climb down from here. The wind claws at you, trying to pull you to earth.
Climb higher.
You continue the weary climb to the first level of the ziggurat. And we're going to explore the first level of the ziggurat next time on Character Select.
Yay!
So thank you all very much for watching. Click that like button down below if you want to. Subscribe, ding that bell. Check us out on Patreon, Discord, etc. And Mal, what do you guys say?
I really hope they give us a chance to actually, rest in some way, shape, or form.
You may get your wish, though not in the way you want. Anyway, see y'all next time.